I knew this game was going to be a disaster, but I just didn't realize how bad it was going to be. They are still finding numerous bugs, and some of them are just absolutely atrocious. This is absolutely unacceptable for a AAA release, and all of the blame goes on Ubisoft because they refused to do their due diligence and fix this game before they shipped it. And I hope they pay the price for it. Before we get to this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at the Trent Report. I wrote this up over at thatparkplace.com yesterday afternoon. If you want to read the article for yourself, you can find the link in the description below. But let's just jump into this right here. X-user Okami13 shared a video of the latest bug for Star Wars Outlaws, writing this on X. Star Wars Outlaws needs a few patches to deal with the bugginess. Just a few. Just a few. Kind of hard to do stealth when stuff like this happens. Let's take a look at what indeed happens. This is just absolutely atrocious right here. Oh, there's the backhand. Backhand to the head from the 5'2" woman, totally knocking the guy unconscious. Just so believable right there. And then she does like a Michael Jackson moonwalk across the entire map. How absolutely terrible is that? But it gets worse. It gets worse. Let's keep watching. Shot that guy 4 or 5 times, did absolutely nothing. Still shooting. Character still alive. One kick, dead. One kick to the Rhodian, instant kill. A kick to the groins kills him by this 5'2" woman. This is utterly ridiculous. One single headshot killed that one. And that one, there's a reason why it wasn't going down, because it's bugged out and it's literally just standing there in the fields walking. You can't make this stuff up. Absolutely terrible, terrible stuff happening here in Star Wars Outlaws. Just really, really bad stuff here. And we had this one from PlayStation Game Size, also kind of showing the same kind of event happening and showing that it happened to him as well. He says, "This is canon event, same world event, same location. Anyway, only one time in my 30 plus hour playthrough that this happened." But it is interesting that we're seeing multiple people have this happen to them in this same event. Here is what PlayStation Size shared. The super slide. Is that like a new move? Like, slide him knockout or something. I don't know. You guys tell me in the chat if you got if you got a cool, funny name for this. I'm not thinking of anything really good off the top of my head, but it's just absolutely hilarious. Like, hit him in the back of the head, slide across the map, and then just start shooting in a gunfight. I mean, this is really, really bad stuff right here. This isn't surprising though. And unfortunately for Ubisoft, they have no one to blame but themselves. Very similar case to Firewalk Studios and Concord, because there were concerns about this brought up to the Ubisoft executives at their most recent sales report call. In fact, one of the investors asked them if they would delay the game after it received negative feedback regarding its graphics and AI detection following the release of a 10-minute gameplay video uploaded to IGN's YouTube channel. Nope. They had no intention of delaying the game to fix any of this stuff. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot said this: "The game has gone gold, so the date is well confirmed for August 13th. And as you mentioned, we'll be showcasing more content of a very high quality, multiple hours that will really show the depths of the open world. That is a key element of the promise to enjoy the exploration of the galaxy and with multiple planets. So that will bode well for the game in terms of high quality delivery." So this guy is literally telling you that they're not going to fix any of this stuff. The game is high quality because it is a massive world and you get to explore a bunch of stuff rather than focusing on maybe the combat, the actual AI detection, any of that stuff. No, you have a lot of places to explore. So that is why it is high quality. That's what I'm taking away from that. And the fact that he's refusing to actually address the issues that this game has. Frederick Duguay, the company's chief financial officer, he also said this. We've also said for Star Wars, the level of quality of the world and the experience, it's really very high. We are really leveraging our engine, and I think people will love it. So again, we've seen this over and over and over again over the past few months, these absolutely glitchy, terrible bugs that this game has, if you want to call them that. This is probably one of my favorites. This guy gets stunned, literally stands right next to Kay Vess, refuses to shoot her, and instead goes around in a circle like he's Joe Biden leaving a campaign stage, not knowing where he is. Let's take a look at this. He's stunned. He stands around, does a spin move, and just completely misses. This guy right here is literally point blank and doesn't shoot her. Instead, runs into her. And then after Vess moves away, then decides to start shooting at her and completely misses. I mean, you can't make up how bad this is. I mean, there's more. Here's one of stormtroopers literally just shooting into the side of a building. Just shooting into the side of a building, not shooting at Kay Vess at all. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. This is how terrible this is. Here is another one. Obviously, we just saw the takedowns. Here's another one of Kay Vess going after a stormtrooper. She's gonna punch the guy in the back of the head with her bare hands. This guy's wearing a helmet. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's terrible. Absolutely terrible. It's so unbelievable. It completely breaks immersion. There's absolutely no way you believe that this little tiny woman is going to knock a stormtrooper unconscious with the back of her hand to a helmet. I did a previous video where I showed a guy with a pole axe smacking a dude with a helmet with a giant pole axe, and the dude was still getting back up to his feet and fighting him, even though he was getting smacked around like a rag doll. So this is completely unbelievable. Completely breaks immersion. Here's another one. There's a rodent. There's a little rodent in the building, and instead of just shooting it, it's like, oh, what are you doing? And then Nix does like some MMA combo and knocks him unconscious, punching him in armor. It's just ridiculous. I mean, is that armor do nothing? Like, what is going on here? That's the only believable one because I think it's another woman and she's just clobbering her on the head. Here's another stormtrooper gonna get distracted by the rodent. I mean, it's just completely unbelievable. This might be my favorite one here. How the physics is really bad in this game too. See this with the speeder bike. Just gonna watch. Crash, flailing around straight up in the air, no forward momentum. Crash, flailing around in the air, no forward momentum. Like, look at it. She's just launching into the air and just starts waving her arms every single time. It's awful. The physics is terrible. That's the only one where she actually went forward, but she should have been flying forward and rolling around and tumbling. I mean, this is stuff that we had over a decade ago where you actually saw people crash and like launch forward. No, instead, she literally just launches straight into the air and flails her arms around. I mean, it's terrible. This is terrible. This is unacceptable for 2024. And then here's another one. This one is Stormtrooper literally walks right up to her and refuses to shoot her until she shoots him. Look at this. She's standing there. Oh, I see you. Oh, and then he starts shooting, and then he misses. He literally misses point blank. It's just awful. It's just absolutely terrible. Here's another one. This is from Grums. He points out that when you do the actual stealth attacks, the characters literally just give up immediately and drop their rifle. Watch this. Just drop the rifle. She didn't even touch him yet, and the guy had already dropped the rifle. That's how terrible this animation is. This is awful. This is unacceptable in 2024, and you're trying to sell this as a AAA game. It's absolutely atrocious. And then there's one more right here. This is from Maddie Plays. Share this to my X account yesterday. But look, they don't even see her. She's standing right there, and they are not even shooting her. This is absolutely terrible. People have been complaining about this for months, and they have not fixed it at all. This is awful. This game deserves the death that I hope it is going to get. Unfortunately, I do think it is going to do somewhat decent. I don't think it's going to do the numbers that Ubisoft hopes it to do. We've already seen them kind of address that. One of the investors speculated that they're going to do 5 million sales, and he thought that was a rather conservative number, despite Guillemot saying that they had really good player reception. That actually is not the case. We've obviously seen that there is massive negative reception around this game. And even looking at the reviews are mixed right now. I think Eurogamer gave it a 4 out of 10, absolutely lampooned this game once the embargo was released. I think maybe we see a lot of people decide to maybe get refunds on the pre-orders. And if in fact they did do pre-orders, I will say I think this game was in like maybe the top 10, top 15 pre-orders for PlayStation when I was looking at the PlayStation store when I was doing my research for Concord. So I do think that there is obviously some interest in this game, but I mean, holy smokes, this game is not good at all. The AI detection is terrible. The combat looks atrocious. The stealth attacks are not very good at all. And there are massive amounts of bugs in the game that are just unacceptable to be releasing in 2024 without fixing them. It's just unacceptable what is going on here with this game. And I do indeed hope it does die. I will not be purchasing this game, but let me know what you guys make of this. What do you make of these bugs and all of this terrible AI detection, NPC detection, and then just the absolute awful combat as well? Let me know in the comments below. Remember to always be charitable, but to always speak the truth.